Hey, I'm meteorologist Josh Marces with your Friday morning forecast update. It is a pretty chilly Friday morning here for most of us as temperatures have fallen into the 30s. May actually see a little bit of frost north of I-30 as we're all the way down to 34 in Idabel, Texarkana, sitting at 40 degrees in northwest Louisiana. We have a little bit of lingering cloud cover here, which has held our temperatures up just a bit, but they will drop off pretty quickly in the next hour or two. So we may be in the low 40s here at sunrise, but you can see we often talk about how the clouds act as a little bit of a blanket, and you can see the cloud cover there in Louisiana is what kind of kept those temperatures up just a little bit. But now that those clouds are moving out, we'll probably drop off a few degrees here before sunrise. But some nice changes for us today. We do have very light wind in the weather pattern for you. Of course, yesterday a lot of wind gusts over 20 miles per hour, and the wind speeds already coming back down this morning, so we'll likely have a north wind about 5 miles per hour before noon, and then maybe 5 to 10 miles per hour this afternoon. So we're not talking about those wind chills, and with the clouds out of here as well, we'll see a lot more sunshine, which will give us a pretty comfortable afternoon as we'll wind up in the low to mid 60s. It will be cool out there, but if you're standing in the sunshine, it should feel great today. Again, jacket this morning if you have something with sleeves this afternoon. You should be just fine, especially since we'll have light wind and a lot of sun out there. But your highs in the 60s today and likely in the 60s this weekend as well. So we'll look at your day planner. We'll likely be in the 40s through about 9 a.m. this morning, and then once we're 10 to noon in the 50s, and we should put in quite a few hours in the 60s later today. Just a very pleasant fall-like Friday for us, and weather pattern going to be pretty amazing this weekend and much of next week as well. You can see this big ridge of high pressure that's building in out to the west. It's going to stay kind of locked in over here, so that will keep the jet stream and all of the active weather and all the very cold air off to the north of us. And again, we've hit the time of the year where we're not seeing those big temperature swings as much as far as the warm-up. So I think the warmest temperature I have in your 7-day forecast may be around 74 degrees or so, but we don't have anything really lower than 64. We're kind of locked in a pretty nice range here. Quick look at your Robins Toyota Futurecast. Blink and you'll miss it. We'll just kind of let it go through 6 p.m. tonight as we'll see mostly clear skies throughout the day. And you see the red arrows back on the map tomorrow. We'll actually have just a little bit of a warm-up. May see a few locations close to 70 or so this weekend, but it will be cold in the morning, so the weekend will be kind of characterized by these cold mornings that will be in the upper 30s and low 40s, and should have very nice afternoons as your highs in the upper 60s on Halloween as well as Sunday. And if you are heading out there to do some trick-or-treating, I would say 6 to 8 p.m. will likely be in the mid to upper 50s, so it will be kind of a cool night out there, but really not too cold. Should have enjoyable conditions, maybe a few more clouds late in the weekend as we do have a cold front that will be moving in, and only fly in the ointment here as far as our nice weather for the next 8 to 10 days or so will be what happens here with this development. This is likely to become our next tropical depression. I believe it would be Eta, tropical depression Eta, if that does form in the upcoming days, and that would tie the Atlantic record for named storms here if that does in fact happen. But again, a lot of the forecast models taking this over into Mexico, so that's something we'll kind of watch for you for now. It's a lot of uncertainty whether this will get pulled north or kind of continue its trek to the west here, but we'll be giving you updates on that, of course, throughout next week, but it doesn't look like anything to be too concerned about here in the short term. Weekend looks great. There is a late weekend cold front, which will drop our temperatures just a bit next Monday, and then as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday, very nice looking election day for us. If you have to be standing out there in the lines, we won't have any rain during the day on Tuesday. Should have a lot of sun out there as well, and pretty pleasant temperatures, and we'll be back into the low to mid 70s. If you like a little warmer air, should be very nice through the middle of next week.